Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw, and no, I'm not on Explora Journey ship, because the gentleman with me here is Michael Ungerers, the CEO of Explora Journeys. I'm actually on MSC Eurybia, which is the sister company of Explora Journeys, and we're both here on the christening cruise of this wonderful ship. But we're going to talk to Michael, not about this ship, we're going to talk to him about what's coming up very, very soon, the debut of Explora 1. And you'll find out about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Michael, first of all, great to see you here. I see you all over the place. I was wondering if you'd be on, and it's great. You actually gave a little briefing to the travel advisors who are aboard today about what's going on with Explora Journeys. And what's the status report of the ship? When is it actually coming out? What's the date?
Hello everyone, hello James, good to see you again.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely, we're not on Explorer 1 yet, but in 39 days.
Well, 39 days from this day. When you see there will be another week probably before this comes out, so you see it's going to be even closer.
The pressure is on you, you need to get it out quickly. And on July 17th, the maiden journey will start from Southampton as confirmed.
Confirmed. So you're going to have the christening and all that, and your godmother is Dr. Sylvia Earle, right?
Yes, correct. It's very exciting because Dr. Sylvia Earle is such an icon in everything environmental, and she's been at the forefront of that, and she really ties back to where we also come from in terms of a true maritime company with a long history of seafaring.
And also a history of sustainability, which is very big for MSC and for Explora Journeys as well, right?
Absolutely, which we have seen today. I mean, right now today we are on the future of cruising, the lighthouse in terms of all things sustainable at sea. However, with Explora Journeys, our owner, Mr. Ponte, he always tells us that we have a responsibility, we have a special responsibility to leave this world in a better place for the next generation. And he really means it, he really lives by that. So what we have also done in terms of everything regarding the environment, preserving and conserving, is that we have for our third and fourth ship, we're going to implement LNG as the main means of propulsion, including shore power connection, and then for the ship number 5 and 6, which we have planned as well, we will have on top of that liquid hydrogen tanks with an actual fuel cell that is strong enough and big enough to power the ship with 6 megawatts while we're in port.
That's amazing. I mean, you're doing technology that people actually they've thought about, but they haven't applied it to ships yet.
Exactly. It doesn't exist yet today in a maritime environment. There's some test installations, yes, but we are very confident that this will happen by then. This is for 27 and 28, and on top of that, we also ordered main engines for LNG engines without methane slip, which is still a huge problem today, but in the future this will also be solved, and we'll be able to install those solutions retroactively on existing ships as well.
That's amazing. So you got those 6 so far, and we'll see those. And I'm looking forward to it because I'm going to be on board August 1 for a week on Explora 1. So I'm really looking forward to being on there. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was, this is what I stumble over as covering many cruises, because you don't call it a cruise. You're calling it like a lifestyle experience, right? Well, how have you positioned Explora?
Well, we call it a journey, right?
A journey, which is a journey.
We're not in the business of selling cruises. We take the discerning next-gen luxury traveler on a journey. And what a journey means, it happens on many different levels. So, for instance, our retail space is a journey with all handcrafted items, with artisanal things that and merchandise that all have a story to tell. And today we announced a big one tying back to where we come from, Geneva, the heart or one of the epicenters of worldwide luxury, our partnership with Rolex. And Rolex is also a brand.
You're going to have the only full Rolex store at sea, right?
Exactly, the only Rolex store at sea. So I already heard that some people will book just to be able to buy a Rolex.
Because that's the thing, you go to a Rolex store, you're not going to necessarily pick up the watch right away, and here you will, right?
Very true, very true. We're the only one and we're the first one. And because Rolex is also a family company based in Geneva with the same values that we have. And then, of course, all the culinary is a journey. We've recently announced our partnership with Mauro Oliassi. He's the 12th best chef in the world with 3 Michelin stars. He all his product and everything that he uses for cooking is locally sourced. It comes from the ocean. It's fresh. He's at the sourcing level very, very sustainable, and this is also something that is very close to us and that we also adhere to.
Yeah, and so he's going to be on for how long? Because what you're doing is rotating, or at least bringing in new chefs every periodically, right?
Correct. So Mauro will be on board initially, but one of his chefs will stay with us and sail with us until New York. And in New York, very soon we will announce the next guest chef.
So you're going to have something different on board Explora Journeys, Explora One, because you have new cuisine. So that's very unique. I've seen guest chefs things, but not on a regular basis where you're continually bringing in new people. It's pretty amazing.
Certainly not of that caliber.
Now, and then the rest of the dining is coming together as well, because you got more than just that restaurant.
Oh, right? For sure. We have Franck Garanger, who is our head of culinary. We have Christophe Sapi, who is our head pastry chef. He comes from the Mandarin in Hong Kong. They have designed all the menus for the different venues that we have, which are all different restaurants. There's no main dining room, no seatings, none of that. So it's a number of different restaurants, 6 actually, with different culinary themes. So it's like, if you imagine you're in Ibiza or you go to Saint-Tropez on your holiday, you want to go to a certain restaurant, you pick, you choose, you mingle around afterwards, you go to a bar, you have a drink, you listen to the entertainment. That sort of vibe, that sort of atmosphere, that's what Explora Journey is about. And also the culinary, obviously, is a journey in itself.
Well, absolutely, and a big part of that journey, as you said, is culinary. Now, you've had a chance to see the ship in the yard. How's the sweet product coming along, and are you happy with how it's all happened? Because you got some of the biggest sweets at sea, and you told me that for maybe some of the future ships, you're going to make some of the sweets even larger, which is hard to believe. I told you you're going to lose people in those sweets.
No. We'll start. The so-called entry level is 35 square meters, which is indeed the largest at sea. All with private terraces, all oceanfront, obviously, and then up to 300 square meters for the owner suite. And all the suites are installed and are being finished in the shipyard. We were there the other day on Monday, and we had another inspection. So all of that is in good progress. They're all built by Molteni, which is one of the foremost Italian furniture makers. Designed and curated with the help of the owner's family. So they're very much into many little details, fabric patterns, and so forth. And also many design pieces. We were at Salone del Mobile recently, and we picked a few, Minotti and
just stopped by and picked up a little few. Because I asked you earlier if you had any supplier issues in terms of, there's always everybody saying they're waiting to get stuff, but you just go and buy it, right?
Well, actually, we're lucky we don't, because we buy everything locally, and it's really handmade in northern Italy. So we have an advantage there. Yes.
So the suites are coming together, and then, of course, you got other things going on with the spas and everything else that you're going to have, right?
Yes, our ocean wellness space, and the concept has also been launched recently. Then our partnership with Mike Horn. Mike Horn is our ambassador, I should say.
Yeah.
He's one of the world's foremost explorers, which is not about expedition to the extremes, but it's really about conservation and doing good for the environment. So we will have some destination experiences with him.
Well, I heard about it. He's going to take people out on the ice in Greenland, right?
Greenland, yes, and he's going to go back. He's actually coming alongside with his own sailboat and the boat, which is going on a 4-year circumnavigation of the world to places that he has been to see how the environment has changed. And he's going to take some of our guests ashore to really into the ice, into crevices, and to see was there any change, taking measurements, taking images, sending all that back to the University of Lausanne because it's part of a research project. So it's not an excursion or an expedition. It's really exploration with the aim of conserving and doing good for the environment.
Yeah, well, I asked you, I started calling it a shore expedition, and you said, no, we don't do shore expeditions, we do journeys, and they'll be only for a limited number of people, right? And so it's not going to be you get on a bus or something. You're going on with 2 to 20 maybe is tops.
Exactly,
right?
that's tops, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
so, and that's wherever you are in the world, that's going to
correct,
be the case.
correct, absolutely, yes.
Now let's talk about a little bit about the itineraries of what's coming up and what's on sale now.
Well, what we have, we are on sale now until spring 25, including Explora 2. Explora 2 will come out in just a little bit more than a year from now, in end of July, beginning of August next year. We're going to have 2 ships in the Med next year, so the summer program for both Explora 1 and Explora 2 are already on sale. And now we're planning for the next winter 24-25 for Explora 1, and she will come back to the Caribbean, and then summer 25. So it's all moving, and it's all happening more or less at the same time. Yeah. And
well, you told me, well, my itinerary is actually from Copenhagen. You're going to sail the ship eventually up to Southampton and have christenings and things like that. Then you're going to Copenhagen. Then you're somehow getting through Scotland to Reykjavik.
Correct.
And then you're finally going to make it to New York. And then you're going to do some fall foliage cruises, right. And then you're telling me next thing you know, you're going to be all the way in Hawaii some point. So yeah, I gotta put a little pins on a map to figure this one out. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So actually the one you just mentioned, Reykjavik, New York, is one of the most popular ones, and then the ones next.
It's Greenland, right?
Exactly, via Greenland with Mike Horn, yeah. and the one from LA to Hawaii back to Vancouver also in. That's amazing. Yeah. 24, yes.
Yeah, so and then of course you got Explora 2 coming up really quickly, right? It's going to be when?
End of July, beginning of August next year. Amazing. Yes.
Now, anything else you want to get out to our travel advisors about what's going on? You've told us a lot, and I think we're going to have a chance. Hopefully, I don't know if you're going to be aboard my ship. You said you might stop by in August, but I think that's probably the next time we have a chance to talk with you. But anything else you want to say to travel advisors about?
Well, I just want to thank everyone for supporting us so strongly since we have launched our sales. We really appreciate that. We couldn't have done it without you. You are our main source of bookings, obviously. That's why we have now launched the Pioneer program, which
I forget about the Pioneer.
Rewards you, the ones who book us first, and we feel very strong about it. We're also looking forward to welcoming all of you on board very soon.
So you will be they can also be the travel advisors can also go on your fall foliage journeys, right?
Yes, very soon in the fall this year from New York to Quebec and back, and then we will go down to the Caribbean, and we'll be based in Miami and Bridgetown.
That's amazing, and then you keep on going. I tell you, we're going to be following this ship for a long time, and then, of course, we're looking forward to the next one. Although I don't think you still got a few days left, and it's going to be pretty amazing just to get. But good luck. I think it's coming together really well, and the second one will be easy, right?
It's never easy because it's another child, right? So, but we are very, very excited, and we're so happy that it's now all coming together. We started 3.5 years ago. And it's like a big puzzle with all the pieces coming together. So far, no pieces missing, so we're very, very happy.
Fantastic. Well, Michael, good luck and congratulations. We'll see, next time we see you, hopefully you'll see you when the ship is. I can say ship, right? Okay, yeah, not good. Is out and about, and it's really. I'm really looking forward to. We've been waiting for this for 3.5 years, as have you, right?
Definitely. Now it's time to give birth finally.
Absolutely. Well. Keep watching. Explora Journeys coming out very soon, and I'll be aboard at least in August, and I'll give a good report on that. And hopefully Mike will be around at that point. We can talk to him again about this. But it's going to be an amazing launch, and we're all looking forward to it. Again, thank you so much for taking the time here. We're busy with another ship here. We're going up and down with the MSC Euribia, which is an amazing vessel as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really, in terms of sustainability, this is the future of cruising.
Yeah, and you're gonna have the same kind of technology aboard your ships. Again, I'm James Schillinglaw with Michael Ungerer here, who's CEO of Explora Journeys, and this is Insider Travel Report.